I think when you're 92, you've lived through a lot.
There are many things Ann can still do. She plays crosswords, does her own dishes, and last fall, while Ann was home alone, getting ready for bed, she proved she can still stand up for herself.
And I walked out into the hall, and there he was. And to tell you the truth, I thought it was the end of my life.
That man in her hallway that night, E.J. Owen, a man police say is responsible for a series of sex crimes in the East Valley.
You don't know how much you want to scream because you don't want to make him too mad. You're afraid he'll kill you. And yet you don't want to be part of it.
Ann's first thought, find somewhere to hide. So she locked herself in a bathroom.
But eventually he broke down the door and picked me up and threw me on the bed and did what he came for.
When it was all over, Owen left. And Ann says in that very moment, she was determined to not be a victim for another second.
After what happened to me, I didn't want it to happen to anybody else. It's just so awful.
Ann gave police DNA samples and the best suspect description she could with her aging eyes. Thanks to Ann's help, 2 weeks later, Owen was behind bars. And that's when Ann took back her life.
We had a lot of therapy sessions, which helped enormously.
And because of that therapy, this week, Ann was able to face her attacker in court and speak to rape survivors everywhere.
If this happens to you, do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. Be strong.
At 92, Ann has now lived through more than most women ever will. But the key is that she lived and isn't afraid to tell it.
Feel like you're a survivor?
Yes. I'm a survivor. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, Ann's attacker is going to be spending the next 14 years behind bars because of her strength.
Yes, because she was strong enough to stand up and talk about it. But it is such a traumatic experience. Did she at any point have any hesitation at sharing what happened?
She said she wouldn't have been able to share if she hadn't gone through therapy. She has a really close friend who counseled her for months, and that helped give her the strength to come forward.
And she's already hearing from other women as well.
She is, and she's hoping that she'll continue to hear from more.
Tanya Mendez, great job on that story.
Thank you. She was inspiring.
Absolutely.